The Bible clearly states God always existed without beginning or end. He was never created because he exists outside time. Before creation began, God already was in perfect completeness. People often ask, who made God? But Scripture answers this definitively. Nobody created God. He is the uncreated creator who brought everything into existence from nothing by his power. Everything we observe in creation had a definite starting point. However, God exists fundamentally different from creation. He transcends time and space, needing no origin point himself as eternal being. In Exodus 3:14, God reveals his name as I am who I am, showing his self-existence. He depends on nothing for his being. He simply is, always was, always will be. If God required a creator, that being would then need its own creator, creating infinite regression. The Bible presents God as the uncaused first cause of all that exists. Psalm 92:2 declares God is from everlasting to everlasting, meaning he exists infinitely in both directions of time. No birth, no death, no creation point whatsoever. Consider an artist painting a masterpiece. The artwork clearly has a creator, but the artist exists independently. Similarly, God created all things while himself being uncreated. As created beings, we naturally assume everything must have a maker. But God exists in a different category entirely, the uncreated, infinite source of all creation. While the universe had a definite beginning, Genesis 1:1, God existed before time began. He created time itself and exists beyond its constraints as eternal Lord. Colossians 1:16 powerfully states, God created all things visible and invisible. If he created everything, then by definition, he cannot be part of that creation. He transcends it. Some argue, if God needs no creator, why can't the universe exist uncaused? But the universe shows evidence of beginning cosmic background radiation, entropy, while God is eternal. Only God possesses aseity, self-existence. Everything else depends on him for existence. He is the uncaused cause, the necessary being upon which all contingent beings rely. Isaiah 57:15 describes God as inhabiting eternity, the high and lofty one who lives forever. He wasn't born, won't die, and experiences no succession of moments. Imagine a tree growing from a seed. Now imagine the original seed with no prior source. This points to God as the ultimate origin, with no origin himself. Revelation 1-8 records God declaring himself the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and end of all things. Nothing preceded him, and nothing will outlast his eternal existence. If God had a creator, that being would rightfully be God instead. Scripture consistently affirms there is only one true God, Deuteronomy 6-4, who exists eternally. Our finite minds struggle with infinity. While everything in our experience has causes, God exists beyond this paradigm as the uncaused cause of all causes. Hebrews 3-4 notes that every house has a builder, but God built everything. The master builder requires no builder himself. He is the ultimate architect. Time can be visualized as a straight line with beginning and end. God exists outside this line, having created time, but not being subject to its flow. In Job 38-4, God challenges Job about creation's foundations, highlighting his eternal existence. He preceded creation and requires no explanation for his own existence. Some suggest God came from nothing, but this misunderstands God's nature. He isn't from anything. He is the eternal I am, the ground of all being. Asking who created God is like asking, who designed the designer? It's a category error. God, by definition, is the uncreated creator of all else. A perfect circle has no endpoints. Similarly, God's existence has no starting or ending point. He is the complete, infinite, self-sufficient one. Romans 11:36 declares all things are from God, through God, and to God. If everything derives from him, nothing could have brought him into existence. We observe cause and effect in nature, but God is the first cause, the ultimate explanation that requires no further explanation behind him. Humans create artifacts, but God created humanity. He stands uniquely as the uncreated creator. If he were created, he wouldn't truly be God. If God had parents, they would possess divinity. But Scripture affirms only one eternal God, Isaiah 44:6. The concept of God's origin is nonsensical. Science examines phenomena within space-time. God exists beyond these categories, having created them. Scientific methods cannot address his eternal, uncaused nature. John 5:26 reveals the Father has life in himself. Unlike creatures who receive life, God is life's source, self-existent and independent. Children ask, who made the sky? But who made God? Misunderstands divine nature. Creation requires a maker. The maker requires no making. The universe operates by physical laws. God established these laws but isn't bound by them. He can act miraculously beyond natural constraints. John 17:5 shows Jesus sharing glory with the Father before the world was. The Trinity existed in eternal fellowship prior to creation. Evolution requires time and matter. God created both. He isn't subject to natural processes, but sovereignly ordained them. Every psalm has a composer. God is the ultimate composer, who needs no prior composer. All music derives from his creative nature. Isaiah 40:28 describes the everlasting God who doesn't faint. Human rulers rise and fall, but God's reign knows no beginning or end. If God needed a creator, he wouldn't be God. The true God must be self-existent, the uncaused cause greater than his creation. Humans experience time sequentially. God sees all time simultaneously. 2 Peter 3:8. Past, present, and future are equally present to him. Acts 17:25 states, God isn't served by human hands as if he needed anything. The self-sufficient creator depends on nothing outside himself. Watches require watchmakers, but the ultimate watchmaker requires no maker. God is the self-existent designer of all mechanisms. 1 Timothy 1:17 praises the King eternal. Unlike earthly kings whose reigns begin, God's sovereign rule had no commencement. Where did God come from? Misunderstands divine nature. He didn't come from anywhere. He eternally is the great I am. Numbers 23:19 contrasts God with humanity. People are created and changeable. God is uncreated and unchanging in his perfect being. Buildings require builders, but the cosmic architect needs no architect. God built the universe while himself being unbuilt. Deuteronomy 33:27 calls God the eternal God, existing without origin or termination. Time cannot contain or limit him. If God were created, he'd be part of creation. But Scripture presents him as wholly other, transcendent over all he made. Proverbs 8:23 describes God's wisdom as existing before creation. Divine knowledge isn't acquired but intrinsic to his eternal nature. Books have authors, but the author of life has no author. God is the uncreated writer of existence's story. Psalm 102:25-27 contrasts creation's temporality with God's permanence. While creation wears out, the Creator remains eternally unchanged. Pantheism claims the universe is God, but Genesis shows God creating the universe distinct from himself as a potter shapes clay. Hebrews 1:10-12 contrasts creation's aging with God's constancy. The world changes like clothing, but the Creator remains the same. Art reflects the artist. Creation reflects God's glory while remaining distinct from him. The painting isn't the painter. Malachi 3:6 declares God doesn't change. Created beings change, but the uncreated Creator remains perfectly consistent forever. If God had a beginning, what preceded him? Nothing, because he eternally exists without prior cause or condition. 2 Peter 3-8 notes, God's perspective on time differs radically from ours. 1,000 years are like one day to the Eternal One. Children can't imagine no bedtime. Similarly, we struggle to conceive of existence without beginning, yet this is God's eternal nature. Revelation 22:13 presents Christ as Alpha and Omega. Divine existence encompasses all time. Nothing precedes or succeeds it. Polytheism suggests multiple gods, but Scripture affirms one eternal God. Deuteronomy 4:35. The true God has no origin story. Trees grow from seeds, but God is the root of all existence, the unoriginated source of life. 1 Kings 8:27 says, Heaven cannot contain God. The Creator exceeds all creation in magnitude and majesty. If God were created, who created his Creator? The Bible stops this infinite regression at the uncaused first cause. Psalm 93:2 affirms God's eternal throne. His reign wasn't established. It always was, is, and will be. Songs end, but the singer continues. Creation may cease, but the Creator remains eternally. Isaiah 43:10 declares no God formed before Yahweh. He stands alone as the uncreated, only true God. Calling God energy reduces him to creation. Energy had a beginning. God is the eternal source of all energy. Houses need foundations, but God is the foundation of all existence, needing no underlying support himself. Jude 1:25 ascribes glory to the only wise God. Divine wisdom isn't derived, but intrinsic to his eternal nature. If God were composite, he'd depend on parts. But God is simple. His being isn't assembled, but perfectly whole. Psalm 145:13 describes God's everlasting kingdom. Earthly kings inherit thrones. God's reign never began because he eternally reigns. Clocks require winding, but the cosmic clockmaker needs no winding. He is the perpetual source of time. Isaiah 44:6 declares God first and last. No being preceded him, and none will outlast his eternal existence. Identifying God with nature confuses Creator with creation. Nature changes. God remains immutable in his perfect being. Chains need first links. God is the ultimate first link, requiring no prior link, the uncaused origin. 1 Timothy 6:16 describes God dwelling in unapproachable light. Created beings need life. God is life's eternal source. If God were created, he wouldn't be God. True divinity requires self-existence, the uncreated Creator. Rivers flow from springs. God is the eternal spring, the unoriginated source of living water. Psalm 147:5 says God's understanding is infinite. Created minds learn. Divine knowledge is eternally complete. Love comes from God, 1 John 4:8, but he exceeds even this attribute, being infinitely more than his creations. Mountains rest on bedrock. God is the ultimate rock, the unshakable foundation needing no support. Daniel 2:20-21 says God gives wisdom. Human wisdom grows. Divine wisdom is eternally perfect and complete. John 4:24 states, God is spirit. Physical bodies require formation. Spirit transcends material origins. Fires need fuel. God is the eternal flame, the unquenchable source consuming no fuel. 1 Corinthians 8-6 affirms one God who created all. Creation requires cause. The Creator is uncaused. Pantheism claims God is everything. But Creator and creation remain distinct. The potter isn't the clay. Roads have starting points. God is the eternal roadmaker, the origin of all paths. Psalm 104:2 describes God wrapped in light. Created beings wear clothes. God radiates glory eternally. If God had a maker, he'd be lesser. But Scripture presents God as supreme, the greatest conceivable being. Flowers grow from soil. God created soil. He doesn't derive from anything, but is the source. Ephesians 4-6 states God is over all. Creation has hierarchy. The Creator stands above all. Forces lack consciousness. God is personal, the self-aware, volitional source of all power. Bridges require supports. God is the ultimate support, the foundation needing no foundation. James 1:17 says God doesn't change. Created beings evolve. The Creator remains perfectly constant. If God were in effect, he'd need a cause. But he is the first cause, uncaused. Shadows require light. God is the eternal light, the source casting no shadow. Nehemiah 9-6 credits God with creating all. The all-creating God cannot himself be created. New Age claims we're all God, but Scripture distinguishes Creator from creation. We're God's handiwork, not God. Earthly kings have lineages. God is the King of Kings, without ancestry or origin. Revelation 4:11 states, God created all things. If he created everything, nothing created him. If God were born, who birthed him? The question is absurd. God eternally exists. Thoughts require thinkers. God is the eternal thinker, the uncreated mind behind all. Who created God? No one. He is Yahweh. I am who I am, the eternal, uncreated God.